No matter how fantastic a new Nintendo console is, the initial release is nearly always regarded as a beta version. Hey people, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we'll be looking into the new Nintendo Switch console. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel, turn on the notifications, and most importantly, watch the video to the end. Let's get started. When it was first released, the Game Boy Advance didn't even have a backlight and still required batteries to operate. In comparison to the far more svelte Nintendo DS Lite, the large original Nintendo DS appears so archaic as to almost be childlike. The Nintendo needs early adopters to help iron out the problems before a better choice renders this year's model obsolete. This gets us to the OLED version of the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch 3rd generation is the most recent update available following the 2017 launch of the base model and the 2019 release of the Nintendo Switch Mini. There are a few technical improvements, but its big, brilliant OLED screen is the most noticeable. Should players wait till the next update or spend the extra gold coins on this new display? Of course, it depends on how you get in the game. Since the March 2017 debut of the first Nintendo Switch, rumors about a Nintendo Switch Pro have circulated. Nintendo introduced the 3rd iteration of their portable home hybrid platform called Nintendo Switch OLED in July 2021. It didn't have the technological prowess that enthusiasts had hoped for, but it did have a few improvements. The large and extremely brilliant 7-inch OLED screen is the most obvious. Comparatively, the 6.2-inch IPS display of the original Nintendo Switch is more straightforward. The new stand for the Nintendo Switch OLED extends the full length of the device's back and is a touch more durable when used as the desktop controller. You can view the console from a variety of angles because it's also movable. The dock for the Nintendo Switch OLED has an Ethernet connector incorporated in enabling safer wired connections, although it did so at the expense of one of the USB 2.0 ports. Surprisingly, this new dock works with both the standard Nintendo Switch and the OLED update. Apart from the obvious screen that lends this new model its name, the console has undergone several recent changes. For starters, Nintendo Switch OLED has twice as much capacity as the original Nintendo Switch, totaling a massive 64 GB. It's a wonderful addition for everyone in our generation who's committed to going digital. By inserting a micro SD card which slots into the console just under its stand, the memory of the system can be increased by up to 2 TB. A devoted user always has to consider themselves, do I need to spend the money on this new version when a new console version is released? After all, the prior Nintendo Switch fresh release was rather simple to reject. The Nintendo Switch Lite is considerably smaller, designed only for portability and doesn't even include a dock for tethering to a television. On October 8, 2021, the acclaimed and eagerly anticipated Metroid Dread was also released alongside the Nintendo Switch OLED. The most recent adventure of Samus was ideal for this new console. The game has some eerie stealth sections when bloodthirsty AI robots follow you through tight spaces. The name comes from the fact that if they manage to get their metal mitts on you, they'll drive a spike through your neck, instantly ending the game and inflicting deep fear on the player. I played Dread with all the lights off in the house, save from the light emanating from the screen, which was certainly plentiful to heighten this heart-pounding action. After roughly an hour of gameplay, it became evident that using a less powerful Switch in portable mode was out of the question. Given the Switch OLED, a console that also functions as a portable, an OLED screen was a simple approach to improve its visual output, which trails that of the Xbox Series X and the PS5. Both the Sony and Microsoft consoles feature 4K or 8K output, and they even have processing speeds that compete with current gaming PCs. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode, and these panels are utilized in a variety of devices, including cameras and smartphones. The technology offers screens that are brighter, better at contrasting colors, have wider color gamuts, and even have faster refresh rates, making them ideal for gaming applications. It's not surprising that Metroid Dread made me feel more terrified because everything, even the wall-crawling death machines, appeared sharper. It was a very clever move to release Metroid Dread alongside the new console to highlight the potential of the OLED display. Players now have a solid cause to revisit games that were previously released and feature stunning visuals, including The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey. Even while big screen experiences are captivating, playing in portable mode is nearly always better unless your display is an OLED TV. Lite completely changes the portable gaming landscape. Nintendo Switch Online makes even playing classic games feel fresh and engaging. Colors now appear more vivid than before, even in 16-bit games. The colors of Mario Reds, Pikachu Yellows, and Kirby Pinks virtually leap off the screen. While the screen is the Nintendo Switch OLED's main advancement, there are also additional improvements to quality of life. In comparison to the original, the new Nintendo Switch OLED stand offers a much wider range of viewing angles. I'm confident in saying that I've never engaged in tabletop play. A few multiplayer games, such as the Nintendo Switch versions of well-known board games like Monopoly Madness and Catan, could benefit from this though. A wired LAN connector is also included on the Nintendo Switch OLED dock. Although the dock gave up one of its USB 2.0 ports for it, the sacrifice wasn't too painful. Most of USB accessories have trouble getting back there because the inside of the dock is a little cramped, and that's all she had to say about upgrading. The Nintendo Switch OLED speakers are somewhat better than the original model, despite Nintendo's claims that they're better in tabletop and handheld modes. The GPU, video output, and battery life are unaffected. The rumored Nintendo Switch Pro, with all the technological advancements, is currently just a pipe dream. As previously said, OLED panels in portable and tabletop versions give games fresh life by delivering some never-before-seen images. Here are a few well-known games that, in my opinion, make the most of the dazzling, bright screen. Beginning with the Nintendo DS period, the most recent and maybe best adventure starring Samus Aran, The Bounty Hunter, was in development hell. One of the finest titles to play in portable mode is the eagerly anticipated Return to Form, which was released on the same day as the Nintendo Switch OLED. There are extended stretches of emptiness interspersed with heart-pounding battle in every Metroid game. The OLED screen is utilized in all 9 of Metroid Dread's locations, whether it's to improve contrast in dark tunnels or make molten rock mossy forests appear as bright as scenes from a nature documentary. The stealth sections, which are drenched in oversaturated whites, are where OLED truly shines. When playing on a big screen TV, running from killer robots is still terrifying. But when the screen is directly in front of your face, the threat feels much too real. Although it was released on the Wii U, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was released with the first Switch and is undoubtedly the game that convinced many to spend money on a new platform in March 2017. Although a sequel is in the works, people are still exploring this vast adventure's depths. Playing the game on the Nintendo Switch OLED doesn't feel completely new if you haven't played it in a while, but it comes close. Every square inch of Hyrule now has significantly more color than before, and the contrast between brilliant skies and gloomy mountain sides adds a surprising amount of depth. Kirby games are notorious for having poor color schemes, and Kirby in the Land is no exception. But Kirby's most recent excursion is his first wholly isometric 3D journey. In terms of the total amount of real land he covers, it's also his biggest game. If you're familiar with Kirby games, you know that this is Kirby's most colorful adventure yet. Additionally, a large OLED screen only serves to accentuate the fact that this is one of the latest Kirby games with real stakes, shocks, and mysteries. Kirby in the Forgotten Land sings in portable mode whether you're rushing bosses or just enjoying the sights of Waddle Dee Town. The Nintendo Switch OLED is a slap in the face to players seeking for a console powerhouse with 4K output and better processing rates. Nintendo does, in fact, excel at falling behind the competition, and it's a risk that frequently pays off, particularly in the current console generation. When playing new games in handheld and tabletop modes, the Switch OLED has a stunning screen that makes the experience more memorable and immersive than ever before. It makes little sense to upgrade just yet if your Switch almost never ever leaves your dock. With that, the video has come to an end. Let us know what you think in the comments section to help us expand our community and attract more people who share our interests and are eager to learn. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you thought the video was interesting. Till then, bye.